Howdy folks, Kirk, Jay, Carl, Dan here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today we're doing a whole bunch of eyebrows, roof eyebrows. We picked a rotten day to do it because it's already over 100 degrees and when the sun is ricocheting off this tin roof, it's getting us. What we're doing here is we got 22 eyebrows, these right here. The roofer did his best. He did the lath and the so-called scratching this coat. Anyway, we're putting another coat over this. Everywhere they're going to paint this particular area here. We are going to spread this out in a minute, and then I'm going to color the whole surface. That way it's accessible. As you walk toward the front door, you could see that. So they said, gee, Kirk, can you match this with a color coat, and we're going to paint everything else? Jay's going to come on up here, and we're going to show you how we do this in this 100-degree weather. All right, guys, got to hose it down a little bit. Because this scratch and brown been set in a while. You know, if you look way over there, you can see a cruise ship going from under the Golden Gate Bridge. Man, I'd sure rather be on that cruise ship than up here. Anyway, take a quick peek around here too, Jay. Can you do a 360 without falling off this roof? Ooh, man, we are way up here, guys. Dan or Carl, can one of you guys please scoop me this mud? I'll show you what we're doing, guys. All right. If I can get comfortable up here. Okay. I'm putting on the separate finish because, one more please. The roofers, one more. The roofers already did the scratch coat. Or they might even say they did the brown coat. Which means all we have to do is float this in and create the lines. Which is not a big deal for us. One more, please. All right. Just for the sake of, I'm just going to take it right to here. I've got to give this 10 minutes before I can float it. What I'm doing is I'm using the water that Dan is putting down on here to wet everything because it's hard to see what we're doing without the water. All right, what I'll generally do is you can use a tool like this to create these lines. I find it's just as easy and often more accurate to use a trowel and just follow the groove. Just follow the groove. It's at a slight 45. Nothing we can't handle. Here, follow the groove. Just like so. Here, we're gonna follow that groove again. The fellows who did this first coat are a little proud here and there, but nothing we can't handle either. You know, in the description, Jay and I did a job a lot bigger than this, and it was a lot more detailed, and it was a much easier accessible video to see what we're doing. If you're interested, we'll put that in the link and just click on it. It shows us doing whole walls of this stuff here. Never know, somebody might have a need to learn how to do it. So what I'm doing now is I'm cutting the line, scraping this off. They're going to paint this and scraping off all the excess because we want to float it just like this. This originally is a 20-30 float finish. So now that I got that done, clean off some of this, I just match the finish. The wetter the float, this guy right here, the wetter it is, the more aggregate comes out. Aggregate, fancy word for sand. So because we're matching this, we don't want it too wet. So I'm using the roof to wet the sponge float and to keep the roof clean. So, and how hot is it? I think I said about 100. Easily 100 degrees. Just like that movie Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Everybody knows that movie, right? Where Burke says, Maggie the cat
He says, well, jump. Cats always do. And she says, I always feel like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Well, then he says, jump.
And she says, jump where? Who watched that movie, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof? 1939, Paul Newman, Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, that's how old I am. I've watched all those. Haven't watched TV in 10, 15 years, but I know I used to watch TV. Anyway, what I'm doing now is I'm just cleaning all this up. I'm using a float to clean that mess up. And you see how easy it is. The water makes it stronger, guys, because we had let me have it in this square now down. Look at that. He's just laying down on the job. That's the way to do it. Lay it down on the job. And boom, that's it. Now, I'm going to go back to that first place where I was showing you guys and finish that piece up because I do want to get a color coat on that. Anyhow, in case we don't show that, because it's already about 3 o'clock and we still have about 10 or 15 eyebrows to go. My name is Kirk, Jason on the camera, Carl and Dan right here. We thank you for watching, and as usual, we'll see you on the next one.
All right, folks, we want to thank you for watching how we do things in the stucco and plastering world. We really enjoy your questions and comments, so if there's anything you want to learn about that we can show you, please let us know in the comments. And as always, from the entire Giordano family, we'll see you on the next one.